People always ask me, how do you approach people in Kensington? I literally just walk down the street and I say hi to people. I look at them in the eyes, I ask them how they're doing. I let them know I'm working on a project, and I show them photographs. These are photographs, like I'm interested in how people survive here in Kensington. Kensington can be overwhelming. Women standing on street corners looking for dates. There's drug dealing happening around you. But then there's also kids coming home from school who have to deal with that every day. It's important to show how life is in Kensington and what it looks like for the people that are struggling. Here's a population that is suffering badly, but they are still hopeful. They're struggling, but they are surviving. They all have stories, and a lot of them want to share them. My first major project was in West Philadelphia, documenting the abandoned housing crisis. And I lived in West Philly, and there were abandoned houses all around me, and I was naturally curious about why. So I would sneak inside these abandoned houses and make photographs of the interior. I came in contact with people that were using drugs, a lot of crack houses and such. First, I think I shied away from them because I was probably scared, but as time grew on, I became more comfortable and got to know some of the people I was seeing on a daily basis.
Bit by bit, I'm uncovering the light.
This photograph is of Al in his house. Al lived in this house without any heat, any electric, any water. In the wintertime, it was so cold that there would be 3 or 4 people together sleeping in this single twin bed. Al was renting out his upstairs room primarily to women who needed a place to turn tricks. And Al's clean now. He's doing good. Yeah, he went through the 12-step program at the last stop. When I was getting out of school and I had this project, I was applying to everything I could apply to. Every grant, fellowship. I got an Independence Foundation grant. I bought myself a large format printer. I had no idea at the time, but that would later turn into me owning and running a printing studio.
For the sorries of your soul, they are the worries.
If it's only 2.5 inches, I can do the exact same thing that we've done.
Set up a studio where artists can come in and we can sit down and we can work together to make a good print. For those who care about making a good print.
There's blessing, nothing more.
But having a studio is what enables me to do these projects. My work is best experienced when you see a large format print in a gallery. I think it's really important to get people off their fucking phones. It's an immersive experience.
Somebody, man.
Fuck your life up. Fuck mine.
I'm Jeff, man. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason. Hey, it's good to meet you.
I generally say, I'm a social documentary photographer. I'm working on social issues. I go back and forth between, am I here to make art or am I here to tell a journalistic story? I'm interested in doing both. I'm interested in the stories that I hear from people on the street, but I'm also interested in posing somebody to get a perfect photograph that represents something that I see and that I feel. Primarily shoot film. Knowing that I only have 11 or 12 frames, makes me choose wisely. When I have a Hasselblad or a 4x5 and I'm talking to people and I'm making photographs, it's a flow. It's like a dance. There are some people that think that if you are homeless and you are using drugs, that you cannot provide consent. It's important for me to feel the people that I'm photographing want to be photographed, that the people I'm talking to feel empowered by sharing their story. I will make photographs of people sometimes without them knowing it, right? Once I have that photograph, I have to think about, what does that photograph communicate? What purpose does it serve? And I have to weigh those options and make a decision. Having a continued presence in a neighborhood, getting to know the neighborhood and the people there, is the only way to make a really honest body of work about that place. I mean, anybody can swoop in and snap some photos and swoop out. Over the years, I've started to think differently about my practice and differently about my work, less as a selfish pursuit, more as, what can this project achieve? Now the opioid crisis is a real thing. It's out of control. With 1,200 overdose deaths in 2017, something has to be done to reduce that number. So I have become much more involved in advocating for safe house, for supervised injection sites, for overdose prevention. This show that I have at Drexel is a call to action. It's an opportunity to say to the city officials, wake up, we need to do something about this. Philadelphia has plans to open the first supervised injection site. The goal is to reduce overdose deaths. Let's go even beyond city officials. Let's talk to the federal government. They've never walked the streets of Kensington. They don't know what it's like. They haven't seen it. I would encourage them to look at my work. Hosting a panel discussion, Governor Rendell is going to be there. I've been donating a percentage of my book sales to Prevention Point, which is the major harm reduction center in Kensington. I'm trying to tell the stories of those that are struggling with their addiction, to spread awareness about what's happening in Philadelphia and about what we can do to help.
Take it away, but then again, please don't. Then again, please don't ever go.